thank you very much. We're excited to be here. We drove from Idaho Falls, Idaho this morning, and we feel fantastic. Appreciate your hospitality. Before we get started, you might notice on the table what we call some, well, they look like fortune cookies. Can you open those up? We've got 3 phenomenal prizes. You're going to need to interact, and everything you need to know is on those, and also some cards. You would have received, if you RSVP, a card when you came in. Go on your mobile device, go ahead and sign up. There's product codes. In about 30 minutes, we'll announce the winners of some great tech prizes. So we want to go ahead and get started. First of all, ReThink promo. As he mentioned, we love promotional products. We want to show you different ways that you can market with promotional products rather than thinking about it a week before and throwing it on a table. I hate that. So Kat here is going to explain. Some of you might have received some swag that had a rabbit on it. We're Alpha Graphics, so we need to explain briefly what that means. So Kat?
So Promo Geeks was kind of our brainchild. We wanted a way to start kind of a blog so we could talk about the latest industry news as far as products or decoration techniques or things that are working, things that aren't working. And so we came up with Promo Geeks. And the reason for the bunny, which we always get questions about it, is both Travis and I have rabbits. And so we were thinking about that one night. We're like, okay, well, what multiplies better than a rabbit, right? And so that's what we want your marketing to do for you. We want your marketing results to multiply. We want your ROI to multiply. And so that's why we kind of coined this little rabbit here. His name is Pennyworth, I think is what we named him.
Yes, I believe we did. Which, incidentally, I don't know if you were going to say this. Yeah, rabbits are prolific. We cannot get our rabbits to breed to save our lives. So we thought we'd have about 3 litters at this point.
Mine is trying to court his, I think, a little bit too much. But, so that's one of the things. The biggest part about the Promo Geeks bunny that we've noticed is when we're wearing something that has that Promo Geeks, it starts a conversation, which is the most important thing that your marketing can do for you, is creating that dialogue between you and your end user. So that's kind of just a very brief description of what this is, but it's more just for information. So if you guys have time or if you're interested, please check it out. We're always happy to have new subscribers, but it's just kind of a knowledge base that we take from all of our great salespeople and put it all together on one place.
So right now there's a lot of great articles, but we will be doing videos soon. We've been talking about doing a little bit of a promotional product musical. We had some great ideas yesterday. We may bring, I don't know if you guys realize Steve Dunford's a phenomenal singer. We may have to bring him in on that. Put me to shame. I do see people with their mobile devices. Great. Keep signing up. Again, if you've got one of those extra cards, that increases your chances to win as many times. If I were at a table with extra fortune cookies, I'd probably snag those, but I didn't say that. ReThink promo. I've got a customer, and it's driven me crazy, and he's always said for years that promotional products are cheap, worthless objects. Does anyone think that? What do you think about promotional products? Is it something that's integral or something you just kind of have to do? It depends on the product, absolutely. In his particular case, it was not a regular part of the marketing mix. He had to offer it, but it kind of drove me crazy, and it got me to thinking. So that's our theme for this year is ReThink promo. We want you to rethink the way you market with promotional products. We want you to rethink the way that, or the promo products that you utilize. Rethink who you're utilizing for purchasing promotional products, unless you're using Alpha Graphics, and then you're in the right place here. What do you have to say about that, Kat? Okay. So I want to start with multi-channel marketing. We want to make your promotional products part of your regular marketing. I mentioned again, we get so many calls for people that say, I've got an event in a week, I need to get some promotional products for this. We've probably all done that, and that's okay, we've got options as far as that goes. But that means the promotional product is an afterthought, and it needs to be a forethought. It needs to be, I want you to consider this, for any of you in marketing, how many people thank you for your commercials on TV? How many people thank you for your billboards? How many people thank you for a pop-up ad? When you hand out the right promotional product, how many people thank you for that? Good catch, Adam. Promotional products are a product, a marketing piece that people will thank you for. They'll hold on to it. They'll not only do that, but with the right promotional piece, they will take that around and people will see your logo, your advertising wherever they go. The cost per impression is phenomenal. So I want to share with you a campaign that we're working on. It's in its infancy stages, so I'm going to share with you what we've got right now. Multi-channel marketing campaign that includes emails, personalized URLs, text messaging, direct mail that includes promotional products, and regular direct mail. So I'm going to run you through this really quick here. I've got right here a personalized box. It's got the person's name on it, nice and flashy. It says on there, Adam, your t-shirt is enclosed. I think most people are probably going to open that up, right? Problem is, I don't know their size, and clearly when they open it up, I did not know their size. This is for a stuffed animal right here, but that's okay. Pull that out there. What we say, oops, we seem to have made a little mistake on size. Not to worry, visit your personalized website. This is a website specifically made for the recipient to order a personalized t-shirt in the size of your choice. So not only a t-shirt in the size they want, but they can put on it what they want. I want to kind of show you the map that we've got for this. We've got it all programmed out ahead of time, the different touches. And it's fully automated, except we've got a print, but we've got web to print direct as far as that goes as well. So all the labor's on the front end. And I also want to say this is scalable. So if you don't want a campaign that includes every touch right here, it can include just email. It can include direct mail. But we love promotional products. That's what we're here today for. This was one. So they go to their personalized URL. Boy, in this case it would be Adam, but boy, cat, not sure how we messed that one up. We'll get you a shirt. I ask a bunch of information. What do they want on it? Can't see everything as far as that goes. Where would they like it?
Really quick on that. The great thing about AG Online and doing multi-channel marketing, I don't know how many of you do trade shows. I used to work in an industry where I did a lot of trade shows, and it was one of the things where they signed up on a piece of paper or they handed you their business card, and half the time I had so much to do afterwards that I didn't even know what to do with the business cards. It was so much labor to try and go through and find those qualified leads, put in all of the information, and then be able to put that into a format where I could reach back out to them easily enough. That's something that this can do for you, which is really nice. It's gathering all that information and storing it in the right fields, so you don't have to do that work. It's not something where you're like, well, I got to go through all these business cards. I've got a stack of 200 here. It's something that this is going to do for you automatically, so it's just one less thing that you don't have to stress about.
And some fantastic analytics as well. One important thing that we're hoping they check off on that initial touch, we are creating an e-blast called Geek Peek. So we really want them to subscribe to that. If they do, they get a gift. And they'll receive an email if they do. Thanks for subscribing to Geek Peek. If you have any allergies or aversions to, can't see it, sweet knowledge, wit, and wisdom, we urge you to unsubscribe immediately. You've been warned. I won't read everything there, but we're trying to have some fun with Promo Geeks right here. And we're going to give them a prize for subscribing. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. I need a little bit more information. I want to know what their budget is, who their supplier is. All that information is important to us. I suspect it's important to you as marketers as well. Anything you can get is a gold mine. Okay, they signed up. Your free gift will ship soon. We think you'll find it illuminating. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Oh, thank you. It's going to ship out. I do want to show you. One of the problems with marketing with promotional products, have you ever tried to direct or mail something that's heavy or big or bulky? Sometimes you're paying more for the shipping than you are for the product itself, right? So we found at a promotional product convention in Las Vegas that we go to every year, we have a blast, a phenomenal new product. So this is a promotional product in this sleeve. So they receive this personalized mailer right here. And within it is just one of many promotional products that we can offer, but this is called the Smash Light. So rather than spend, sorry I flashed you there, rather than spend $10 on shipping, I can spend $3 on a promotional product, a little bit for the print piece, and the postage is about $2.20. So you're in it at a very nice price point. Of course, there's a ton of different products we can offer. Now, we want to talk Taco Tuesday, and you have, and I hope you've opened up your little fortune cookies. Kat's going to tell you about a really exciting campaign that we ran just a couple months ago.
So we had a chamber meeting where we were doing a lunch and learn. And we were trying to figure out a way to get the audience to interact with us and get kind of engaged with what we were learning and talking about. So we had this item that you see in front of you. We were kind of playing around with it, and Travis happened to fold it into what looked like a fortune cookie. And we're like, brilliant. You know, we'll stuff little prize codes in there with a fun little thing. Ours happened to be something that had to do about some hot marketing ideas.
Right.
And we were giving away this branded hot sauce. Which was really, really popular while we were there.
My goodness.
But what we did is we took that item and we said, okay, so what do you think, it's not supposed to be a fortune cookie. While you guys are eating lunch, I want you to think about what this product is actually supposed to be used for. Do you guys have any idea?
Have you opened those up yet?
Coasters. Okay, coasters are good. We've gotten that before. Very good. Okay.
All right, that's the fastest
Yeah, that is the
anyone's come up with
fastest. So
it.
excuse me, we got pot holders, we got, this lady said it was wrapped, you could put it on your purse so that you have a cushion. I don't know what
Yeah,
she's carrying in
I
her
tried it
purse.
on mine. It worked.
But we got a lot of really great ideas, some frisbees, things like that. But it's called a tech taco. And what you do is you take your wires. I personally ruined so many headphones in my gym bag that it's insane. I think my husband's ready to just tell me I can't have any more. But you take either your charging cable or your headphones, and you can wrap them up nice and neat and clasp this shut, and it keeps everything organized for you. So you could do this with any kind of cable that you use around the office or in your personal daily life. So that's what these are. These are tech tacos. They come with a full color imprint, but it was a really good way to get people talking about the product. They came up and talked to us about it later and talking with their peers about what it was. And it was just engaging that conversation, which is the most important thing I think you can do with your marketing, is having that dialogue, having people talk about what it's for and what it could be used for, and then being really excited about what they get at the end of the day. So it was a really great success for us. It was probably the best success we had of that day. We had a few missteps, but that was very, very successful for us.
And it might be a testament. We got this on the second try here. I think it took a good 10 to 12 guesses before they came up with that. So
good job.
Maybe Utah people are smarter. I don't know. I'm an Idaho guy, so I shouldn't be saying that. But what you've done right here, if you pulled out your mobile device, is essentially what we have right here. It was a similar tagline right there. What is this? You registered, and this is how we're going to find out who wins the prize today. So rather than raffle tickets where we've got to pull out of a hat and maybe enter that information in later like Kat was talking about, I got to be honest, I never do. So that information goes for naught. We're going to have a database already with all of your information. And so those are the types of things where you're combining print with promotional products and some digital marketing that allow you to hit your customers in a way that they've not been hit before. Okay, Kat, augmented reality. She's younger than me.
One of the big things that's hit the market recently, I'm sure you guys have heard of VR. Last year, Google Cardboard was really big, but it's kind of slipped by the wayside. I don't know how it is down here, but I know up in Idaho and in back east where my family's from, it's not really taken off. And one of those reasons is because it takes all of your marketing and it makes it hand-free. And most people who aren't very tech savvy, which is a large...
And actually, really quick, in your bags, we have an augmented reality print piece. You may want to pull that out. We had up there an app that you could pull up. It's some cool technology. So at your leisure, pull that out. If you choose to watch the little commercial via augmented reality, go ahead. But Kat?
So one of the reasons why virtual reality has not taken off very well is because people still like something to be tangible. If they are not tech savvy, if they are not really big in the industry, it's not something that appeals to them because they like to feel it with their hands. Most people, for any kind of marketing purposes, are going to want something that's physical in their hands. So one of the things that augmented reality does is it takes something tangible, it takes something physical that you can hold, and it changes up the way that you are interacting with your end user customer. So augmented reality here, just a quick definition, it's a technology that superimposes a computer-generated image on a user's view of the real world, thus providing a composite view. Do you want to change it to the next slide for me?
Sure will.
Thank you. So what does this mean for your marketing? So augmented reality is not about creating a completely new reality. It's all about enhancing the one that already exists, which is great for you. You can use that for a lot of different purposes. It's not replacing tangible items like we talked about before. It can be used to gather and track information, which like we were talking about with AG Online, it's a really easy way for you to gather all of your customers' information without having to physically go through and write it down. It's easily personalized, and it's still in its infancy as far as marketing goes. So it's, for me anyway, jumping on top of something that's still fairly new and fairly fresh is the best way to jump into something, because then you're constantly updated. It's not when it gets so big and then you're trying to figure out, okay, well, what do I do with this? What does all of this mean? And you make it more complicated than it is. So that's for me, I think, is really important. So I'm sure most of you have heard of Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go, if you don't know what it is an
Where were you if you don't know what it is?
Yeah. Pokemon Go is an app that came out recently. It was very, very popular when it first came out. And what it does is it's a game where you can catch these little creatures, but it superimposes them into your real space. So it looks like you've got this rock guy out in this parking lot, and it looks like you're actually catching him out in the real world. Now, one of the important things that big marketing companies have done, if you'll select the next one, for example, Starbucks. So if any of you have played the game, you can probably know this, but for those of you who haven't, there's something called Pokestops, and you go around, you get Pokeballs, you can catch more Pokemon or whatever. And Starbucks, Boost Mobile, and a few other companies that have a large marketing budget were able to create a Pokestop for themselves, but also throw out advertising. So when you stop in at that Pokestop, it shows their newest flavor. It might have a special flavor for Pokemon Go in general, or it's their latest ad for the moment, which was just a really good way. So they took something they knew was going to be popular, they knew that they were going to have a lot of end users, and they said, okay, well, let's get right out in their face. Now, not all of us have the marketing budget that Starbucks and Boost Mobile have, but it's just a really important, you can take this and downsize it and scale it to whatever your market is or whatever your budget is. Another really good one is Webkins. Webkins is plush that you can take. It's not necessarily augmented reality, but it is interactive marketing. So I think Travis, your kids are really big into Webkins, right? Or at least
They're
they
huge
were.
into Webkins,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you get an animal and you give it a name and you register it online and you can make them do all these fun little games and things like that. For me, this makes the most sense for something like a bank. So if you have, say you have a bank, at least when I was a kid, and you signed up for the Kid Saver programs, you could go on and you get your own little stuffed animal. Well, how can we take that another step further? The best way to do that, I think, would to be add that interactive marketing with that stuffed animal. So you could go on and say, okay, they can go onto this website, they can name their stuffed animal, and then we can talk to them all about the different kind of savings plans, what interest means, I don't remember what I'm trying to say. Anyway, best way to do that, I think. So it just takes something that's very simple. Plush is something that's easily kept. This is a Yeti that they just came out with. He's very adorable and soft.
Incidentally, Kat orders every plush sample she
I
can.
don't
That's one of the
order every
perks of
plush
what we
sample.
do
I
with
just get
samples.
excited about every plush sample because they're adorable. But the nice thing about this is plush is something that's going to be kept. You're not going to give this to your end user and they're going to be like, I don't really want that, right? That's something that they're going to give to their kids, to their nephews. Even if it's to their dog, it's something that your customer is still going to have right in front of their face, and it's something that they're going to keep. So it might be a little bit higher end product, but it's something that you can easily tie in with other types of marketing, and it's something that's going to be kept around the house, which I think is the most important goal for any promotional product, is something that's not going to get immediately thrown away.
Well, and let me add also with plush, and this isn't augmented reality or even as much interactive, but we had a client, one of my top clients is a casino in just outside of Blackfoot, Idaho, Fort Hall Casino. Last year they wanted to get a bunch of plush reindeer and they wanted to affix to it some little scratch-off cards. So for a contest, fantastic, except the only problem is they're not getting marketing information. So what I'm going to hit them with next year is exactly what we've done right there. Take their little stuffed reindeer for the holidays, and let's give them an experience that they haven't received before so that they can get all that so vital marketing information.
The next big thing that's come out is called Zappar. Now, Zappar is an app. It's much like this Layer app that I hope some of you have downloaded for the augmented reality. Zappar, if you see here, it says introducing Zap codes. This is directly off of their website. It says if barcodes were 1.0 and QR codes were 2.0, Zap codes must be 10.0. That's a lot more. Zap codes have taken the QR code. QR codes were something that came out. They were very popular. And most people thought that they would die off very soon, but they're still used very often in a lot of marketing. Zappar takes this, Trav, if you'll go to the next slide. It takes your regular QR code and it changes it into something a little bit more stylish. So it's not so on all of your things, right? So it's a little bit more stylish, but you can also, if you have the next one for me. So Angry Birds here created an online game. They had some marketing and then put this on with a lot of their products. So they have their little Angry Birds face in here, which is something that you can do. You can make it different colors, but it's easily hidden into marketing. We had a big sign that they sent us so that we could kind of try it out. And what it does is when you open up that app and you scan this code, it superimposes that onto whatever you're scanning. And it can be, there's one for an aquarium, so it has their show times and their ticket information.
Well, this was on a water bottle, correct?
Yeah, this was on a water bottle. So it's something that could be imprinted on any kind of promotional product. It is a service that we can offer you guys. But it's really, it's really neat because it's not something that, it takes you a while to find where it's hidden, which is kind of nice because it's not a sore thumb sticking out on your really beautiful design or your really beautiful product, right? But it is something that you can customize, so it's not always a lightning bolt or something similar.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.